The purpose of the Global CFO Council is to provide an educational and networking forum for senior financial executives in order to share best practices, discuss current financial issues, and to learn about current topics related to the performance of their jobs. Membership is open to senior financial executives including CFOs, financial VPs, and treasurers. We hope that you'll become a member of the Global CFO Council today. To join, please visit the membership tab at globalcfocouncil.com.
Good afternoon, Tulio. How are you doing today?
Good afternoon, Robert. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me. I'm feeling great.
My pleasure. I am very much looking forward to this, and let's get started. Tulio Abi-Saber is the CFO at Algar Telecom, based out of Brazil. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct. That's correct, Robert.
Online, it looked like you were a super volunteer in the community and in industry associations, constantly giving back, and a board member of many organizations. If I went a little bit in the Wayback Machine, it looked like you got your undergraduate degree in electrical engineering from the Universidade Federal de Minas Gerais. Is that correct, sir?
That's correct. It's been a long way since those days.
But you have continued your education. I've never seen so much executive education. I saw INSEAD, University of California, Wharton, Columbia, Northwestern, Harvard, a lot of continuing education. I've never seen anybody more educated than Tulio.
Thank you for your kindness.
Well, let's get started. I am interested in question number one. What is your favorite business book and why?
Great question, David. I mean, as you can see, I really enjoy reading those. But I have to say that as a CFO, the book that I think was most useful for my career was Valuation from David Wessels and others. I was fortunate enough to have classes with David at Wharton, and but I knew the book from way before that, and has helped me to get great understanding of finance and how to apply them to business, to managing a corporation, how to create value, what to do not to create value. And I think that's just a great book that provide anyone with great insights on what to do right and how to create value for corporations.
Tulio, what about the best advice that you have ever received?
Oh, great. You know, Robert, when I had a boss early on in my career, I mean, we're still quite good friends to today. And he used to say to me that if I wanted to get to a certain job, I should start acting like it. And I have heard in the past that you should dress for the job you want, but you also should act for the job you want. And by doing so, it enabled me to expand and to broaden my view and my understanding of the work of the company, what the company was doing, why, how to get there, and improved my decision making quite a lot. And it made an important difference for me.
I think that's so important. What great advice that you have to position yourself mentally and situationally for that career, those opportunities that you want in the future. If you, and sometimes that even means hanging out with different people or associating yourself with new and more diverse groups of people. Get a different mindset so you can achieve those future goals. Ooh,
Absolutely.
that was good.
Absolutely. And also to pursue other lines of education, read other types of books on other subjects, hence all the education that you mentioned, hence, all the reading. But it was instrumental in my development and how my career turned out.
Tulio, what about a new tool that you've recently started using or a habit that you have picked up that you have found beneficial?
Great question, Robert. Recently, I started experimenting with agile methodologies for the finance team. We have been practicing it and implementing it on different departments within the finance organization. I have to say that's quite powerful. and you in the way that you create methodologies and enable people to be more free and to experiment more and to be more autonomous and more accountable for the decision-making process. And that has been creating great results for us.
Speaking of that job, what is the best part of your current job?
Uh, I always wanted this job because at this position I have the opportunity to have a great impact within the organization, to really leave a mark and to help the company to move forward and implement my view and the way I perceive things. And it is quite rewarding, actually.
Tulio, what about something personal that you wouldn't mind sharing about yourself with the rest of the CFO Council?
That's great. One thing, Robert, that as I was early on in my career and advancing, I mean, I focused really a lot on the work and the job, and was quite recently that I started balancing more my time and between personal and career. I just learned to play tennis. Still quite, at the beginning level, but I mean, it's quite fun and helps me to burn some steam and and be more in shape and balance more lifestyle.
I love tennis. I'm not very good, but I love playing singles and doubles. It's great
It makes
exercise and fun.
it makes both of us. I mean, not good too, but it is fun. It is fun.
Tulio, have you ever played pickleball? Do they have that down in
Yeah,
Brazil?
yeah. Actually, a friend of mine has it on his house at his house, but I haven't tried yet. No.
That is the newest big thing where I am. And everyone I know that plays tennis is trying to get me to play some pickleball. So I've bought a racket and I will report back if it's fun. I think it's less running around. So it might be good as I get older.
Here in Brazil, that everyone is trying beach tennis for the same reasons. I mean, you don't run as much. It is fun. If you fall on the sand, it works fine.
Ooh, I like it. I like the sound of that. I live on the coast, so I'm going to look up beach tennis. That sounds fantastic. Tulio, question number 6. Last question. It happened so fast. What is something that I should have asked you, but I didn't? And what is your answer to that?
Okay, good. I think I touched a little bit on it. And I mean, as professional, I tend to be quite focused on my career, on the studies, on the job, on the work side of things. And has been quite recently that I start balancing more, as I mentioned, with tennis and other activities. Also, I think that as you also mentioned, I mean, I think it's quite important that as we advance in our careers and we have more and more ability to make an impact, that we look back and look to the community and realize how can we be of assistance to help others to to just have an opportunity to make the best of themselves, to achieve the best, the more that they can do, and to improve the life and the communities we live in. I think that is just it is natural part of we as human beings and looking as a whole and giving back.
Well, so true. And you've been living it out with all the community service that you do and the boards that you serve on. You're certainly living out those words. And I think what a great thing to leave us with, and a good reminder for me that as we move up a little bit on the ladder of life, maybe we look back and lend a hand to those a little further down the rung and give back to our community. So thank you for taking the time to speak with us. And thank you very much for sharing those nuggets of wisdom. This was fantastic.
No, thank you, Robert. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for having me. It's been fun as well. I hope we can inspire some others to do the same.